Tonight, you're going to do something you've done 10,000 times without ever thinking about it. You're going to go to the bathroom, and you probably won't glance twice at what you see. But if you did, you'd be looking at evidence of a murder scene. A slow, quiet, daily massacre happening inside your own body. The real answer to why your poop is brown is far stranger than you think. Here's the modern moment. You eat breakfast, lunch, dinner. Digestion happens. Waste comes out. Brown, every time, no matter what you ate. Eat blueberries, still brown. Eat spinach, still brown. Eat literally nothing but white rice for a week, still brown. Why? The answer has nothing to do with food. It has everything to do with blood. Right now, inside you, roughly 2 million red blood cells are dying every single second. Not from illness. Not from injury. This is normal. This is scheduled. Your body runs a built-in expiration system, and it has been running since before you were born. Each red blood cell is a tiny courier. Its job is to carry oxygen from your lungs to every tissue you have. But couriers wear out. After about 4 months of continuous work, a red blood cell becomes stiff, worn, and less efficient. And your body notices. In 1946, two scientists named Rudolf Schunheimer's collaborators, John Sheeman and David Rittenberg, wanted to know exactly how long a red blood cell lives. So they did something wild. They swallowed glycine, a molecule labeled with a heavy, traceable form of nitrogen, and tracked it through their own blood over months. What they found became one of the foundational numbers in human biology. A red blood cell lives for about 120 days. Then it dies. On schedule. Like clockwork. But where do 2 million dying cells per second actually go? Mostly to your spleen. Sometimes your liver. These organs contain specialized cells called macrophages, a word that simply means big eaters. Macrophages are the cleanup crew of your bloodstream. They patrol constantly, and when they find an old, worn-out red blood cell, they engulf it whole. This is where things get interesting. In the 1950s and 60s, a Belgian scientist named Christian de Duve discovered a structure inside cells called the lysosome, essentially a tiny internal stomach filled with digestive enzymes. His discovery, which later earned him a Nobel Prize, explained exactly how a macrophage breaks down something as complex as a red blood cell. It doesn't just crush it. It digests it, piece by piece, using enzymes designed to dismantle biological material at the molecular level. Inside every red blood cell is hemoglobin, the protein that actually carries oxygen. Hemoglobin has two parts. A protein chain, which gets broken back down into plain amino acids and recycled into new proteins elsewhere in your body, and a ring-shaped molecule called heme, which holds a single atom of iron at its center. That iron is precious. Your body will not waste it. Iron gets stripped out, packaged up, and shipped off to your bone marrow, where it will be used to build brand new red blood cells. The system is almost perfectly circular. Old blood becomes new blood. Nothing important gets thrown away. But the leftover ring, the part that isn't iron and isn't protein, that becomes a pigment called biliverdin. It's green. Genuinely, vividly green. If you've ever seen a healing bruise turn greenish before it fades, that's biliverdin, the same molecule, just visible under your skin instead of hidden inside a macrophage. Your liver then converts biliverdin into a second pigment called bilirubin, which shifts color again, this time to a yellowish orange. This is the same bilirubin doctors check for in newborn babies, because infant livers aren't fully mature yet and can't process it fast enough, which is why some newborns temporarily look a little yellow. It's the same pigment that gives a healing bruise its yellow stage, right before it disappears completely. So, green, then yellow-orange. Where does brown come from? Your liver dumps this bilirubin into bile, a digestive fluid stored in your gallbladder and released into your intestines to help break down fat. The bilirubin rides along with the bile into your gut. And this is where trillions of bacteria, your gut microbiome, take over. These bacteria chemically convert bilirubin into a new compound called stercobilin. And stercobilin is brown. Not tan, not beige. A specific, consistent, biological brown. It doesn't matter if you ate a burger or a salad. Every human digestive tract runs the same pigment conversion, using roughly the same gut bacteria, producing roughly the same shade. This is why your poop is brown. Not because of what you ate. Because 2 million dying red blood cells per second get broken down for parts. Their leftover pigment gets chemically converted twice. First by your liver, then by your gut bacteria, and the final byproduct just happens to be brown. You are, quite literally, expelling the recycled remains of blood cells that died months ago. Here's where it gets stranger. Long before modern biochemistry existed, physicians already suspected something was going on with blood, bile, and waste. In the 1800s, a German scientist named Rudolf Virchow, often called the father of modern pathology, began studying the spleen in detail. He noticed the organ seemed to process blood constantly, though he didn't yet have the tools to know exactly why. It would take another century of research, isotope tracers, and Nobel Prize-winning cell biology to finally connect his observations to the pigment sitting in your toilet bowl this morning. And there's a reason this matters far beyond trivia. Doctors read this pigment like a diagnostic message. Pale, clay-colored stool can mean bile isn't reaching your intestines at all, often because a duct is blocked. Very dark stool can signal bleeding higher up in your digestive tract. Yellowish, greasy stool can mean your body isn't absorbing fat properly. Your gut, without saying a word, is constantly reporting on the health of your liver, your gallbladder, and your blood, using color as its only language. Think about what that means. Every day, your body runs an entire recycling operation, older and more efficient than any human-built factory. 2 million cells decommissioned every second. Iron stripped out and reused without waste. Proteins broken down and repurposed elsewhere. A leftover pigment shifted through 2, sometimes 3, different colors before it becomes something you barely glance at and immediately flush away. You don't feel any of this happening. You were never meant to. Evolution optimized this system over hundreds of millions of years, long before humans existed, back when the earliest vertebrates first needed a way to safely dispose of old blood cells without triggering inflammation or infection. The color brown isn't a design choice. It's a leftover, a biochemical fingerprint of a much older, much bigger process, happening quietly inside every animal with red blood. So tonight, you're going to do something you've done 10,000 times without ever thinking about it. Except now, maybe you will think about it. Because it was never really about what you ate. It was always about what your body just finished burying.